What is going on, comic book fans? Guys and girls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Wednesday pull list, which is your hype video for this week's new comic book day. And this week's new comic book day is April 30th of 2025. Now, I do want to let you guys know before we go any further that I do have COVID. This is day 4 or 5 of COVID, so I am feeling a little bit better. I was completely laid up this weekend, which was awful, and Stephanie is sadly starting to feel the effects of it as well. So our whole household might get it soon, which completely sucks. But I am gonna make today's video, so if I don't have the same energy, it is because I am still feeling the effects of this stupid virus. But we're still going to push on. We're still going to have a good time, and I'm going to show you all the amazing books coming out this week on New Comic Book Day, in my opinion. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in to the amazing section that is my cover lover picks. Now, this week is a little smaller for me. You'll see in just a little bit when we go over my pull list, is that my pull list is not that huge. And I was thinking, oh, this must be a week where there's not going to be a lot of amazing covers because there's not a lot of amazing books that are on my pull list. But I was wrong. There are a bunch of good covers coming out this week that I would pick up based on just the cover art alone. So let's kick this off with a good one. Not the best one, but a good one. This is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 16. This is the variant cover. It's done by Michael Walsh. And it features Richard Parker, which is the son of Peter Parker in Ultimate Spider-Man, in the cool black suit. It's pretty stinking awesome. And after that, we got Something is Killing the Children. There are a lot of covers that I like for this, but we're going to start this off with the cover A. In the cover J, which is a Virgin variant. In the next one, which is a Boom Studios Web Store Reserve foil variant, all done by Werther Dell'Edera. Now, I personally really like the cover A because I think the trade dress really pops, and I like the cover J. Now, am I going to pay $25 for a Reserve Boom Studios Web Store variant? No, I am not. But maybe other people will. It's all this amazing artwork, so maybe some will. Let's move on. Next up, the cover B variant, which is the Virgin, but there's also the cover F 1 in 25 black and white blood splatter Virgin variant done by Jenny Frison. Now the cover B is nice, the colored version, but that black and white with the blood splatter, that is really good. Next up is another cover, I know, for Something is Killing the Children, issue number 41. Now, this is the cover C variant, but there's also a cover E 1 in 20 Virgin ratio variant done by Miguel Mercado. It's pretty. It's Miguel Mercado. It's pretty stinking great. After that, we have Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue number 7 with the cover B variant done by Dave Johnson. You guys know it's really good. Poison Ivy looking adorable. I like the leafy hair. It is just fantastic. After that, The Question All Along the Watchtower, issue number 6, the cover B variant done by Jorge Fornes. It's Fornes, man, doing just some great design work, and he's got a pooch on the cover. Who doesn't like that? It's amazing. After that, Godzilla vs. Spider-Man, issue number 1 with the variant cover done by Nicoletta Balderi. It kind of has Into the Spider-Verse vibes. Really like it. I like the colors. I like the line work. It's really good. After that, another cover for the same book, but this is the foil variant done by Patrick Gleason. You got Godzilla looking as big as he really is, and then you got this teeny tiny Spider-Man hanging off the Statue of Liberty. So good. That is a really good cover, and hopefully the foil pops. After that, Hell Hunters, issue number 5. This book is so fun. This is the variant cover done by Mark Aspinall, featuring Wolverine all Ghost Ridered out. It is really good. After that, Rogue, The Savage Land, issue number 4 with the variant cover in the 1 in 50 Virgin ratio variant done by Ivan Talavera. That name has been like on my list so much lately. Sorry, I'm gonna grab my coffee. I need some energy. But Ivan Talavera is just crushing it, and this Rogue cover is so good. I definitely like the Virgin over the trade dress, but if you can't afford the Virgin, get the trade dress. All right, guys, after that, Grimm, issue number 22 with the cover E. In the cover F, and the cover F is a 1 in 20 Virgin ratio variant, and this is, again, done by Miguel Mercado. How good does this look? It looks freaking amazing. After that, Doom Division issue number 2 with the variant cover done by Peach Momoko. I don't know if this is supposed to be Quake or not, but either way, this character is so freaking cool. She has like a metal leg or something. If someone who knows who this character is, let me know down in the comments below, because that is pretty stinking cool. All right, guys, after that, we got Rockefellers, or The Rockefellers, issue number 5. This is the cover B variant. It's done by Ryan Sook, and it is a Beatles homage. I forgot the name of the actual song that this is like, homaging, but either way, this is so good. Or album, picture, whatever it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. After that is the cover C variant for the same book, but this one is done by Jermaine Peralta. You get the family. It's all in one picture, but on one side, they're like in their current time, which is way, way into the future, and then it's them on the other side in our time, which is pretty stinking cool. After that, the Seasons, issue number 4 with the cover B variant. It is the 1:15 ratio variant, not virgin, just the ratio variant, done by Fuimara, and this is fantastic. If you guys aren't reading the book is a lot of fun. It's not Rick Remender's best book, in my opinion, but I am having a lot of fun with it, and it is just a pretty good read. After that, Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, issue number 1. Now, there is a trade dress for this, but I don't like the trade dress, so I'm not adding that to this list. But there is a 1:100 virgin ratio variant done by Abby Grunoff, featuring Wolverine, and I think that is pretty stinking good. After that, we're taking Everyone Down With Us, issue number 2, with the cover C variant done by Elia Bonetti. And this cover is pretty stinking good. Kind of has like a movie poster vibe to it. Pretty awesome. But the next one, this next variant for the same issue, is so much better. This is the cover D variant. It's a 1:25 ratio variant. Can you guess who it's by? Who is putting out some of the best designs right now on covers? Like actual designs. Not just line work and cool covers, just like designed artwork. It's Jorge Fornes. It's so good. How good is this cover? It's awesome. I really, really like it. After that, Lost Fantasy. Actually, we're going to pause because the train's going by. All right, we're back. The train's gone. Next up, Lost Fantasy issue number 1 with the cover B variant done by Alex Diato. I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. But this is a Final Fantasy homage, and it is so stinking cool. And this book is about a monster hunter. A kid monster hunter in a world where there's monsters around us, and that just sounds awesome. I'm definitely picking this up. And this is written by Kurt Pyers. We're going to talk about this more later, but he wrote one of my favorite books from last year. So good. After that, The Power Company Recharged, issue number 1 with the cover A variant. It's done by Edwin Galmon. Edwin's so great, and this cover is just awesome. Look at the renditions of all these amazing characters. I love it. But there's a cover for the same book that I like even more. The Power Company Recharged, issue number 1 with the cover C variant done by Sanford Green. Now, if he was doing the interiors for this book, oh my god, it'd make this book even more tantalizing. But I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with the Black Batman. I forgot his name. It's one of the Fox brothers, and I'm excited to pick this up and see what they're going to do with it. And I also love the character of Black Lightning. He's such a great character. Moving on. Next up, Mark Spears Monsters, issue number 4 with the cover B variant, which is the Hexy the Witch variant done by Mark Spears. You guys can tell why I like this cover. No, it's not just that. The artwork is also very nice as well, but it's a big chesty cover, and I like it a lot. After that, Godzilla vs. America Los Angeles, issue number 1 with the cover A and the 1:25 black and white virgin ratio variant done by Gabriel Hardman. It's a pretty cool last name, Hardman. Pretty cool. But this is an awesome cover. Really good. Not as good as the Chicago variant with the 2 kids holding each other's hands. That was an amazing cover. That was really good. But this one is not too bad. Next up, Kid Juggernaut, issue number 1 with the variant cover done by D.K. Ruan. It's DK. It's going to be on the list. Even if I don't love it the most, because I don't love this the most, but it's still really sticking good. It's way better than the cover A. Moving on, Red Sonja vs. the Army of Darkness, issue number 1, with the 616 Comics exclusive variants done by Cedric Poulat. 2 versions, same cover. One is a fully colored version, and the other one is a red color splash variant. So it's mostly black and white with Red Sonja's hair red and some blood red. Which one do you guys like more, the colored or the black and white color splash? I think I like the black and white colored splash a little bit more. Kind of tones down her gigantic abs, which stick out too much to me. But other than that, it's really nice. After that, Giant Size Wacky Races issue number 1. Now this book has been delayed multiple times. It was supposed to come out a few weeks ago. I put it on the cover level list because I really like this cover B and cover J. Within the cover J is a 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Edwin Galmon. And maybe it's going to come out this week, but if it doesn't, it's delayed for another reason that I do not understand. But let's move on. We're getting close to the end of the cover lovers. Next up, Pinup Apocalypse issue number 2 with the cover B variant done by Alejandra Avadio. I'm totally butchering that, and I apologize. Really, really nice pinup cover right here. Really like this, and I like that she's stepping on a zombie arm. Really nice. There's also the cover E, which is a 1 in 25 virgin ratio variant done by Sveta Shubina. Not my favorite of hers. Issue number 3 has a really good one, and there's 2 covers for issue number 1, the 1 in 25, and then the 1 in 25 second print. But let's move on. Next up, DC Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 1, the second print variant done by Pablo M. Coller. Really nice. You got Sonic the Hedgehog dressed up as the Flash. Really, really cool. And the final cover is One World Under Doom, issue number 2, with the second print 1 in 25 virgin ratio variant done by Jerome Opena. It's really nice. This was a really nice cover. This was this had a trade dress in the original first printing of issue number 2, but now they come back with a virgin second print, and it's really nice. But guys, so those are all the covers that I really like that are on this week's new comic book day. Make sure you guys are going over to League of Comic Geeks. Check out all the covers today on Tuesday. So that way you guys can make your list of everything that you want to pick up if you have not already done that yet. That's what I do every single Tuesday or every single Monday when I make this list. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of this video, which is you and me checking out my pull list. All right, as you guys can see, I don't have my pull list up here. What happened to my pull list? I had it ready. There we go. There's my pull list. Right there. There's a total of 15 books on my pull list. Took a second to get there, but these guys, you can't see what these are. They're small, they're blurry. What I can do for you, though, is I can throw them up on screen right now. Guys, there are a total of 15 books on my pull list. There is 1 new number 1, only 2 DC books, and I think both are annuals, which I'm not a huge fan of annuals, and 3 Marvel books and 10 indie titles. 10! That's crazy! But with me being sick this weekend, I read the previous issue to every single book you see on screen right here, and I can let you know there are no books on the chopping block, so that means we can move right over to the new number 1 that is on my pull list, and we can discuss why I think you should be picking this book up as well. Alright guys, before we check out this new number 1, I gotta ask you guys, if you're enjoying today's content, even with me sounding nasally, and that's probably really annoying, and I apologize, I would ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. If you guys can smash the like button, you guys have, because I've been seeing more and more people viewing this video, and that's huge. It's huge for me, and hopefully huge for this community, and huge for comic books, because if we can get more people picking up comic books, it's just going to make our hobby grow. So if you guys are enjoying today's content, smash that like button. All right, guys, let's move on and check out that new number 1 that I think you guys should pick up, because this week's new number 1 is really exciting. Alright guys, let's talk about this new number 1 that is on my pull list that I think you guys should pick up, because I think this sounds like a ton of fun and I love the writer on this book. This is called Lost Fantasy issue number 1. Well, it's not called issue number 1. It is the first issue of Lost Fantasy. Now this is coming from the writer of Kurt Pyers, and it's going to have art. I'm going to butcher your last name, Luca, and I truly apologize, but it's going to have art by Luca Casalanguida. Languda? I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. I tried a couple times and the COVID is really messing with my mind. But guys, this book sounds like a ton of fun. But guys, Kurt Pyers wrote Indigo Children. Now, I believe Indigo Children came out in the end of 2023 and finished in 2024. I could be wrong about that, but it was awesome. It was a superhero book. It was an indie superhero book, and it was just different, and it was just written beautifully. Every single issue was exciting. It made the top 3 list a bunch of times. It was a great book, so that's why I'm really excited about this. And this is more of a fantasy-driven book, which has got me even more excited. I love fantasy stuff. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this book. There is a world of magic, myth, in monsters that exist beneath the surface of our own. Below the ground, guys. Really cool. Since first contact was made over 100 years ago, the great hunters have kept us safe from the creatures that lurk in the shadows. But last night, something broke through, and it's up to the rookie monster hunter, Henry Blackheart, that's a cool last name, to stop it. A fresh take on fantasy from creators Kurt Pyers of Indigo Children and Luca Casalanguida from James Bond. This is East of West meets Something is Killing the Children in this new ongoing series, which is incredible. Plus, the Indigo Children return in Indigo Children Exodus, a brand new story serialized only in the pages of Lost Fantasy. So we're going to get more Indigo Children in, I believe, the back. I think that's what it means by serialized, in the back of Lost Fantasy, which is a bonus. That's a huge bonus. I'm excited for that. I love fantasy stuff. I'm a huge fantasy reader. One of my favorite fantasy series, which I have a ton of the books, is Drizzt. The Legend of Drizzt. I have so many of those books. My brother and I, when he was over in Iraq, I would buy a copy for myself and I would send him a copy, and we read so many. He was over there for 16 months. We read so many of these books. It is just a great series, and I love fantasy stuff, and this looks like it's going to be right up my alley. Lost Fantasy, issue number 1. I cannot wait for this, and the fact that we're getting more Indigo Children just has me excited. It's amazing. But guys, that is the new number 1. I hope you guys give this book a chance. There are a lot of great covers. I'll make sure I will dig up some interior art that I can throw up on screen during the reading of the synopsis. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if I didn't find any, I'm sorry. But let's move on. I'm starting to be really sweaty, and I should probably start pushing myself. But let's go ahead and move on and go over to the top 3 books that I think you should be picking up this week, because the previous issue got me so excited for the books coming out this week. All right, guys, in the number 3 spot is We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, issue number 2. Now, this is coming from the writer of Matthew Rosenberg, and it's going to have art by Stefano Landini. Issue number 1 was a lot of fun. It was not exactly what I thought it was going to be. We meet a little girl who's playing hide and seek with a robot. And you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. But then it turns out there's lots of robots, and they all have their own slightly different personality, even though they all have the same directive. And that was freaking amazing. But then you meet the rest of her family, which is her father. Her father is a scientist, and he turns out to be not the nicest scientist in the world. And then something tragic happens, and the daughter is left alone, I believe, with just a robot. There's a lot more to that story, but it's really good. Matthew Rosenberg is setting up a revenge tale where this little girl is probably going to work with the robot, and it's going to be really to avenge her father, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. And now Stefano Landini's art wasn't my favorite, but the overall pacing of issue number 1 really set the hooks into what the story can be, and the pacing was fantastic. And I'm just excited to see where this robot-daughter relationship can go, because I think it could be a ton of fun. Guys, if you guys read number 1 and you enjoyed it as well, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Guys, this is definitely a book you should pick up. Matthew Rosenberg is just a really stellar writer. He really won me over with DC vs. Vampires. If you guys have not read that, go read that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next book, which is the number 2 book that I think you should pick up, because again, the previous issue to this book was so good. All right, guys, the number 2 book this week is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 16, coming from the writer of Jonathan Hickman, and it's going to have art by Marco Cicchetto. This book was a ton of fun, like a ton of fun. So how do I explain why this book was so much fun without spoiling a bunch of things for you? Mary Jane and their 2 kids and Peter are on the run. They're hiding because the Sinister Six in the Ultimate Universe is hunting them. They've already killed a major character. I'm not going to tell you who it was. It was shocking. I did not believe that was going to happen. In issue number 15, they're hiding in like an in the desert, but at like an RV site, and they've made friends with some of the wacky RV people, which is really fun, very interesting. And then they went on a journey, just Peter and Richard, because Richard's wearing the Spider-Man suit, the black version, which is the AI version, and Spider-Man and Peter is in a regular suit, and they go on this little excursion to this old military site, which is supposedly haunted, and you find out that Sandman is there. And you get the backstory of the ultimate Sandman, and it was really tragic, and it was pretty stinking good. Connected to the universe really well. I'm not sure if he's gonna be a bad guy, or maybe he'll be like, you know, a good guy in this universe, but it was an interesting take on that. And we're gonna get so much more in the next issue, because we're gonna get to the origin of Mysterio in issue number 16. And he was a very intriguing character during the hunting of Peter in the Green Goblin. It was really good. Craven was hunting him with Mole Man. Just some really interesting twists and turns. You guys know I like What If Elseworlds stories the most, and this new Ultimate Universe is doing just such a great job of taking our characters and just tweaking them a little bit. But what I really liked at the end of issue number 15 was the interaction between Kingpin, Jonah J. Jameson, and Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben and Jonah are running their own paper, and they published a scathing article about the Kingpin, like outing a bunch of stuff with him. And then the Kingpin confronts him and them, and it was awesome. It was so tense. But what was really cool was how Ben and Jonah did not back down. I think Ben is becoming such a more interesting character over Aunt May because he is proactive. He's out there doing things where, you know, Aunt May was just at home doing that, and she had like the feast, like, you know, she had her she worked at the food drives and stuff, but Ben is out there like pushing against the man, and it's really good. I love this universe. Jonathan Hickman is just crushing it. If you have not read Ultimate Spider-Man yet, pick up the trade, get caught up. This is a must read in my opinion. Must read. Guys, let's go ahead and move on to the number one book that I think you should be picking up this week, because the story is so good. The number one book that I think you have to be picking up this week is the 41st issue of this series. It is incredible. It's an indie book, and it is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 41. This is obviously coming from the writer of James Tynion IV, and it's going to have art by Werther Dell'Edera. Now, a huge selling point for this book, to me, is that Werther Dell'Edera has done the art on every single issue of this book. There has not been a fill-in artist, and that has given this book a certain continuity that a lot of other books don't have. 41 issues with one artist is incredible, and I don't think they're going to have another artist come in. I'm probably saying that, and I'm jinxing them. I hope I'm not, but that continuity is huge. Now, the story of Erica Slaughter is incredible in my opinion. Yes, the second story arc was not as strong as the first, but I loved how they did a whole lot of one-shots after the second story arc and just gave you a lot of past history of Erica Slaughter, some of her first hunts, and it just broadened her story. And in this new story arc, starting in issue number 41, we're going back. We're going to go into her past, where she starts her training in the House of Slaughter of becoming a Black Mask. And that is going to be so much fun. This could be actually a pretty good jumping in point, because you're going to start learning right from her past. And then if you get interested in that, you can then go back, pick up the trades, get caught up, feel or read that rich story, that first story arc and that second story arc, which was pretty good. And then those one-shots. Such a good book, guys. I love this story by James Tynion. I think it's probably his best. That's my opinion, obviously, but this is just an incredible book. There are lots of crazy variants for this issue. It's not the most. I don't know. There was one issue of this book after it blew up that had like 50 covers or something, maybe even more than that. But this book is a must read in my opinion. I hope you guys pick this up. If you haven't read it yet, pick it up and trade. Get caught up. This is going to be a banger of a book, and this cover A is incredible. All right, guys, those are the top 3 books. I am sweating profusely. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up by doing the not top 3, but the books you got to see. I just burped in the middle of that. I'm sorry. All right, guys, the not top 3, but the books you gotta see are the rest of the books on my pull list. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about those, why they're either okay, they're good, or they're great. Now, there's nothing in the okay. Those are normally the books that I cannot suggest you guys pick up because they're only okay. But there are a couple books in the good section. We're gonna kick this off with Batman, Superman, World's Finest, 2025 annual issue number 1. I'm not a huge fan of annuals, so I can't really suggest you guys pick this up, but this whole series up to this point has been super fun. It's written by Mark Waid, it's had art by Dan Mora and a couple other artists, and it's really fun. It's not the best storytelling, but if you just want a fun superhero story with our 2 favorite superheroes, Batman and Superman, well, the 2 of my favorite, pick this book up, and we're getting just some fun stories. After that, Detective Comics 2025 annual issue number 1. This new run by Tom Taylor is freaking incredible. I just read the last issue of the first arc that he did with Mikkel Janin. That was a banger. Like, so good. So good. Now, this annual is going to be written by Al Ewing. I'm not a huge fan of his right now, so I can't suggest you pick up this annual, but the first issue of Detective after this is another Tom Taylor story. I would definitely pick that up. After that, Thundercats issue number 15. This series just continues to be a solid book. It's a good book. It's not great. It's never been in the great, but it's always been in the good. It's tons of nostalgia. I just wish it was better. I really do. The artwork hasn't been great, and the story has good moments, but kind of not the best dialogue, and the flow can be broken up sometimes. But overall, the nostalgia is so thick for me. I'm just gonna continue picking it up, and I do enjoy it. And this last issue made me a little teary. It was probably because I had COVID, but it still teared me up a little bit. After that, let's go ahead and dive into the great. These books were all really good. They just didn't have that little extra to get to the top 3. Kicking this off was Grimm, issue number 22. I think the hiatus between each of these issues is what's hurting this book. There's like months between each issue, and that's just really killing the flow. But issue number 21 was really fun, and we found out that the character of Time really hates Jessica, the Grim Reaper, part human, and she hates her because they fall in love in every reality, which is pretty cool. It was a pretty cool twist. After that, Hell Hunters issue number 5. I believe this is the final issue of this book. Such a fun book, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. I forgot who the artist is on this book. I'll put it up on screen now so you guys know. The art has been stunningly good, like really good. I like this book a lot. The story is a ton of fun. It's just about, it's in 1944, and it's about these awesome characters hunting kind of like demonized Nazis. It's really good. After that, Rockefeller's issue number 5. This book is so much fun. So much fun. My favorite character so far is the grandfather. He's like 130 something, and he constantly is working out, and he's going on these runs in this town, and all of a sudden this gaggle of older women are like running with him, trying to seduce him. So good. After that, The Seasons issue number 4. Like I said before, this is just a fun book. I really liked issue number 3. Issue number 3 a lot, because it featured a lot of Winter. Winter is the sister. Her name's Winter, and she has like a cold demeanor, and it really came out in this issue, and it was just really fun. After that, Thunderbolts Doomstrike issue number 3. This is written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing, and the artist on this book is also really, really good, and I just like this story. The Revolutionary, which is Bucky Barnes, is trying to take down Doom again. In the last Thunderbolts mini, he tried to do the same thing and failed, and he's trying to do it again and is failing again. but it's a good story. I like the cast of people he has around him trying to pull this off, and it's really fun. After that, Void Rivals, issue number 18. I maybe should have put this in the good, because this last issue, Solia ended up finding her god that she's been worshiping, and it's just a transformer that's been injured but has been influencing the people of the planet. And you found a lot of history of how this whole division between Draka's people and Solia's people started. And it was just a slow world-building issue, but overall the series is great, and that's why I lean to put this book in the great, because this overall as a series, this is a home run. I'm excited to read issue number 18. And the final book in the great section is a book written by my best friend, David freaking Andre. This is Crush Death, issue number 2. This is a post-apocalyptic series set underwater. So the world is been exploded. I believe there's been like wars, and this girl has been living on this ship. It's a big ship with a bunch of people, and they've been, you know, just traveling along trying to find other humans, and they haven't found any in a very long time. They get a ping from a ship, and they're like, oh, survivors. They go to that, and everyone's dead. And there's like this huge monster, mutated sea creature that attacks the sub, but not them, not the big ship, the sub that they were like looking around with. And there's gonna be so much more craziness to this story, because at the very end, you get a close-up of like this sea wall, and it's got all these people fused into it. How they get fused into it. Why are these mutated sea monsters there? It was pretty good. I didn't love the artwork. I think that's probably the worst part of the story, but David Andre's writing is incredible. He's such a great writer, guys. You should check out all of his books. If you haven't, I've enjoyed most of them. My favorite is Resonant. You can't see it up here. I have Resonant issue number 1 slapped. It's such a fantastic series. It's so good. But guys, that is the not top 3, but the books you gotta see. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Again, I apologize for being nasally and sick and probably a little not myself, but I hope you guys still enjoyed today's video. And if you guys have been watching from the beginning all the way to this point right now, even with this nasally voice, I just gotta tell you, you guys are legends. Amazing supporters of the channel. Now, if you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, do me a favor and smash that like button. And last but not least, if you guys look down and you're not subscribed and you enjoyed that video, I'm just gonna say, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Now, I should be back on Thursday with my final order cutoff video, but with Stephanie starting to feel the effects of COVID, I might miss that because I gotta take care of my wife. She is numero uno next to my kids, and if she's not feeling well, I'm not gonna try to force in a video when I should be taking care of her. So 50-50 on Thursday's video, and then I am gone this weekend if Stephanie is feeling up for it, because my best friend turns 45 and I want to go celebrate with him, but if she's not feeling well, I'll have to skip that as well. So yeah, that's all the updates before we sign off on today's video. So I hope you guys have a great new comic book day. Hope you get all the books that are on your want list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.